Because of the current situation, more than half of the world started working from home, and if you never worked from home or online before, it can be extremely difficult to stay productive and get things done. So in this video I'm going to share some tips on how to stay productive while working from home.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Hello everyone and welcome to Equals Cash. For those of you who are new here, my name is Adam and I've been making money online since 2010. Since I've been working from home for 10 years now, I know how difficult it can be to stay productive and get things done, and I've struggled with this in the beginning as well. That's why I wanted to make this video today and share with you 6 different tips that increased my productivity and also improved my mental health, which is extremely important. Make sure to stick until the end because I'm going to share 3 bonus tips to thank those of you who support my channel by watching whole videos. Before we start, I want to ask you for a favor. Please smash that like button as hard as you can. It really helps a lot and keeps me motivated. First tip that I want to share is creating a schedule or a to-do list. I definitely think that everyone should have a schedule or to-do list, no matter if you are working from home or not, but this is especially important if you are working from home. The benefit of working from home is that you don't need to have a strict time schedule, and instead you can manage your time however you want. With that being said, I know that most people work better and are more productive when they have a strict time schedule. So it's up to you to choose how you want your schedule to look like. But I definitely suggest you to optimize your schedule around the time when you are most productive. For me personally, morning is my most productive time of the day, so I'm always trying to schedule and finish my most difficult tasks in the morning. Please note that you don't want to add too much to your schedule or to-do list, because it can then become overwhelming and then your productivity will actually decrease. I'm usually creating a general weekly schedule every Sunday and then add more specific tasks each evening. I'm using Notebook and Evernote for both my schedules and to-do lists. If you want to learn how I'm structuring my schedule and to-do list, let me know down in the comment section and I'm going to make a separate video covering that. Tip number 5 is to try and separate your personal life and tasks from your professional. If you have an opportunity and enough space, I would suggest you to use one room as the home office and don't do anything other than work in that room. This is really important and can help you tremendously, especially if you have kids, spouse or pets. When I started my first online business back in 2010, I was 16 and my room was everything. Bedroom, living room and the office. The problem with that is the fact that there are a lot of distractions and it's hard to focus on productive tasks, especially when your bed is just 2 meters away. It's really easy to get distracted and start checking social media websites, YouTube or something else, instead of focusing and finishing tasks that you started. When I finally started to take things seriously and made my home office, where I'm working and doing nothing else, my productivity increased a lot. Now, I know that most of you probably don't have an empty room just sitting around, and if that's the case, you can arrange an area in your house with just a chair and a small desk and use it as your workspace and nothing else. It's extremely important to have an area like that where you won't be doing anything entertaining and instead just focus on work. I know it's tempting to lay down on your couch and work from your laptop, but believe me, you won't be able to stay focused and productive. So even just a chair and a small desk is enough, because you will start to associate it with work, and once you sit down, you will be in that work mode ready to crush it. This is also important for your mental well-being, because when I worked from my room, I was pretty much always busy and always thinking about work. Even when I finish up and decide to relax, I couldn't relax completely, because to me it felt like I'm still working. When you have a home office or an area where you're just working, once you finish up and go to another room, you will be able to relax much easier and stop thinking about your business. This leads me to tip number 4, which is a Pomodoro technique. For those of you who don't know, Pomodoro is a time management technique that uses a timer to break down work into intervals of 25 minutes or more. Once the timer hits 0, you get a reward in form of a short 5-minute break. If you choose the traditional duration, then 25 minutes equals to 1 Pomodoro, and in that time period you need to be extra focused on work and avoid any type of distractions. Once the timer hits 0 and you finish 1 Pomodoro, you can use your break to check social media, funny cat videos, stretch, or do whatever you like. I personally use my breaks to take a short walk or to stretch, because sitting all day is pretty bad for your health. Once you finish 4 Pomodoros, you get a reward in form of a 20 to 30 minutes break. This is the break that I use to relax a bit, check my phone, social media, and so on. I've been using Pomodoro Technique for I think 5 years now, and it really increased my productivity and ability to focus on one specific task. The most important thing about this technique is to not get distracted while you are in the Pomodoro cycle, and it's really easy to accomplish that because you know that you only need to stay focused for 25 minutes. I stopped counting my work hours completely, and instead I tracked the number of Pomodoros that I managed to finish in one day. After you finish each Pomodoro, you get that sense of accomplishment, which positively affects your mental health and gives you the motivation to do even more. If you want to implement this technique, there are a ton of free Pomodoro apps available for both Android and iOS, or you can use Mechanical Food Timer if you have one. Great thing about these Pomodoro apps is that they have a lot of features, like putting your phone in airplane mode while you are in the Pomodoro cycle, stats so you can track your progress, and the number of Pomodoros you are doing daily, and custom settings, which you can use to change intervals in case 25 minutes are too much or too little for you. Please keep in mind that the Pomodoro technique works best when combined with a schedule or to-do list. Tip number 3 is to smash that like button if you haven't already. Just kidding! Tip number 3 is to dress up just like you would if you were actually going to work. This can really have an impact on your mindset, and there are a lot of studies available supporting this claim. I had a period when I was working in my PJs, and I also had a period where I would wake up, suit up, sit on my desk and start working. And believe me, working from your PJs is not good.
Not good. Believe me, not good.
I know it's tempting and comfortable, but you don't actually want to be that comfortable and relaxed, because then it's really easy to get distracted for a second, lay on a couch and decide to watch Netflix instead of doing the work. I also decided that wearing a suit when working from home is a bit too much, so now I just shower, dress up casually and start working. However, if you are used to wearing a suit, then I don't see any reason why you wouldn't while working from home. For all of you ladies watching,
Hey, how you doing?
I suggest putting on some makeup. If you're used to wearing makeup at work, it's going to help, believe me. Now, tip number 2 depends on your current food habits. I know that a lot of people recently started cooking at home because delivery services are overbooked. So if you are one of those people, I suggest you to look into prepping your meals in advance. This will not only help you avoid interruptions and stay productive, it will also help you eat more healthy meals. Since this is not a fitness or prepping channel, I won't go into details here, but if you want to start prepping your meals in advance, there are a ton of videos on YouTube that are really helpful, so I suggest you to look into that. And finally, tip number 1 is to exercise. This one is really important and everyone should do it, no matter if you are working from home or not. Exercising improves everything: your productivity, energy levels, and both physical and mental health. We can't go to gym right now, but there are a ton of exercises that you can do at home, even with no equipment. Now again, since this is not a fitness channel, I won't be showing you how to exercise, but there are a ton of videos available on YouTube, so check that out. I know it can be hard to stay consistent and exercise every day when you need to stay at home, and that's why I suggest exercising as a part of your morning routine. Since I just mentioned morning routine, that's another important thing that can increase your productivity and give you something consistent in these times of uncertainty, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video, so let me know if you like these types of videos and I'm going to make more. Since this isn't the type of content that I'm usually doing on this channel, I've opened a second channel called Equal Success, where I'm going to talk more about mindset, self-improvement and things like that. So if you are into that sort of things, make sure to subscribe and I will probably start uploading there pretty soon. For those of you who watched until the end, I have 3 bonus productivity tips to share, so let's get into that. Wake up early, and if you are not a morning person, at least wake up at the same time each day and avoid that snooze button. Snoozing and staying in bed is a big problem, especially if you are not a morning person and now all of a sudden you don't need to be at work at a specific time. It's really tempting to stay in bed, hit that snooze button or turn off the alarm completely. But this only leads to unproductive days and less free time. I found that making a to-do list the day before helps me quickly get out of bed because I know exactly what I need to do. I'm also using an alarm app called Alarmy, where it's impossible to hit the snooze button since you need to scan a barcode in order to turn the alarm off. So once the alarm starts ringing, I get up and go to the bathroom where I scan a barcode to shut that thing off. Then I start my morning routine and the day begins. Avoid multitasking, especially mixing work and personal life. Listening to music while working is okay, but listening a podcast or watching YouTube videos brings your productivity and focus down. It gets even worse if you, let's say, try to watch your kid while working, or switching between tasks constantly and trying to complete multiple tasks at once. I was guilty of this myself, since it felt like I'm more productive, and I was sure that I'm one of those people that could handle multitasking. But the reality is that I couldn't, and you most likely can't as well. Once I stopped trying to multitask, my productivity and the ability to stay focused increased a lot. Keep your workspace or home office clean. Another really important tip that will help you stay productive and avoid distractions: avoid eating at your work desk or using it as a storage. Your desk needs to be clean, with only essential things on it that you are using for your work. Anything else doesn't really belong there and will only distract you, so keep that in mind, please. If you manage to stay productive while working from home, you will have much more free time to start a side hustle or spend with your loved ones. In case you want to start a side hustle, I suggest you to check some of my other videos and to subscribe with the bell icon, because on this channel I'm going to share everything that I've learned in the past 10 years completely free. If this video helped you and you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and help me grow this channel. If you like videos like this, let me know down in the comment section, and subscribe to my second channel as well if you want more. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay productive, and stay home.